Hey guys, this is Spartan117GW, and today I have the VFC Scar Heavy Mark 17 Mod 0. Essentially, this is actually the CQC version, so it's got a different flash hider normally, but obviously for shipping and stuff, it's going to have the blazing orange tip. But as you know, just a little background, this essentially was the 7.62 platform of the Scar family of weapons that was designed to be a replacement for a lot of the special operations units. If you follow the history of the Scar, essentially what happened is they adopted both the Mark 16, which is the 5.56 or the light, and the Mark 17. I guess due to budget and a little bit of, I guess they were saying they just didn't see as much of a beneficial difference between the Scar Light and the traditional M4 or whatever they happen to be using, or Mark 18s or whatever. They ended up canceling orders for the Mark 16 after a certain point. But there's still plenty of Mark 17s in USAC, SOCOM, all over the damn place. But you'll definitely see these a lot with a lot of kits. A lot of people trying to replicate, Rangers or other kits that the Mark 17 has found its way into. So this is actually more popular among the Milsim crowd, just because it's VFC Scar Heavy, to be essentially true. But it's definitely a great platform, and it was also wonderful. I actually had the opportunity while I was in the Army with USAC to actually go and go to FN and actually shoot the Mark 17, as well as get armor certified on it, which is pretty cool. Obviously, like there's a crazy amount of the parts are actually compatible between both the Mark 16 and 17. But obviously, what makes the Mark 17 different is that 7.62 NATO package. It's great. I didn't get to shoot too many 308s when I was in the Army, but shooting the Mark 17 was pretty badass. Definitely one of the weapons I kind of hope to acquire one of these days. It's a nice compact package that carries a lot, like a huge freaking firepower. Essentially, most 7.62 weapons are just generally bulkier, but the Mark 16 platform is a nice compact, I guess you could almost say carbine almost platform, especially when you have a CQC configuration, but it carries such great damage potential. Of course, we're talking about the airsoft version here now, so as you can see, the VFC version, very authentic. Even the takedown process is very similar. You have all these different screw here's as well, and what's cool is even the gas block, which the real one you'd rotate it and bleed off different amounts of gas, but what's cool is it actually has a hop adjustment tool, which you don't necessarily need, but it's kind of nice that they include it. But underneath that, once you take that off, there's actually a little, like I could say, a little screw for all these set screws pretty much all around that basically hold the whole barrel in place, because once you remove those screws, the whole lower part of the rail here and the actual barrel assembly comes off. It's essentially a way you can swap in a whole new barrel assembly and have a longer barrel and make it a Scar Heavy with a non-CQC version if you really wanted to. But yeah, the takedown is very realistic, but as you can see, the externals, one thing this VFC does so well, the externals are just so much attention to detail. It's there's a lot of Scars on the market, and it's all these little details and how the front sight post is manipulated, the different intricacies about the rear sight post, just the size and some of the resistance of the buttstock, and the button that that allows the buttstock to fold, especially if you're familiar with the Scar. Everything's just so authentic to the real steel version. And like I've owned a couple different Scars in the past. A lot of different companies make them, but this one really is, short of being gas blowback, is probably the most realistic AEG you're going to find in the market. Now, what's also cool is that here, there actually is there's no exposed wires or anything. The way they designed it, everything's just internal. They wanted everything to appear that much more realistic and authentic, so you're not going to find any wires here, but there is a wiring system that goes through, and the battery does go in this collapsible buttstock. It has 6 positions adjustable, and it also has you have the adjustable cheek rest. I usually have it down in the lower position. I've never really found the need to raise it for anything, And also as well, during the takedown too, you can actually change which side the charging handle goes on. Of course, since I'm a righty, I just prefer to leave it on the left. And it's great functioning bolt catch, so that the charging handle and the bolt goes forward. So as you can see, it also has a very long full-length rail system. That's one thing that what's great about the SCAR style systems is it just has a nice long and uninterrupted rail system. I kind of wish some of the bodies were just a little bit longer. Of course, there's other extension kits you can get out there, but definitely nice. And you can always tell like a quality of a gun. In my opinion, you can always tell just by taking a look at the rails how finely CNC machined it is. It's very key to the quality of the weapon system, as well as the beautiful trademarks, because of course this is licensed by FN. This weapon is exclusively distributed from Spartan imports to all the dealers that essentially can get them. But definitely a really cool gun, especially if you're looking for that milsim kit. But without further ado, oh, I forgot, has ambidextrous mag release and selector there too. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get to a little bit of shooting. So let's check it out.
Get up there! Watch your back! Watch that right side! Get out of the window! Hit! Oh, the building? Window. Just far back. Very far back window. It's this far though. Okay, you see that triangle? I'm shooting at the right. Go! Oh shit. On the internet. Shit. Go! I'm James C. Burns and play Sergeant Frank Woods in Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2. It's time for you to subscribe to Spartan117GW, baby.
Elite Force BBs, that's what's in my mag. Thanks for watching.